All right, we are back, and I mean we're in full swing. It's attention to comments. It's damn. I have to rhyme with thing. Shit. It's a thing we're doing. So we're starting out with Mavat uh, giving a little love on the sense of humor, and to be honest, I think that's what this series is about. Because we focus a lot on the negative. People, the haters, get a lot of time invested to them because of, consequences for one's actions. We're not here for that right now. We're not dealing with a single negative comment. Thank you. Welcome back. It's Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. I am Rollen Green, and hopefully you're waiting. So I just wanted to. So how's it gonna work? I basically. I'll let you know. You made it to comment clip 2. Now, if you're the first person, Mavet, little love for Tommy and appreciation of some humor every now and then, because I thought the candelabra and the hair were amusing. It doesn't have to be a professionally written joke. It was the fact that Tommy has beautiful hair. And we like playing with that. I mean, not playing with this hair. Yay. I'm kidding. I'm just playing. Mike, he's laughing. That's the point. It's funny. It's just we're having a good time. And another side note, rap gets a lot more love than people expect. It really does. Artists with huge super fan bases, yeah. More clicks, more comments. But the most personal attention the channel gets, outside of bus riders, because I see Bernard right there, and Bernard has always some of the most thoughtful, consistently thoughtful things or informative things to say. So, cool. Very cool on digging my comedy. I think I'm a goofball, but I try. Here we go. See? Respect, opinions, going back and forth. And here's the thing. That's it. Go back. I have nothing but love. Inger and Crusader, of course we get to have different opinions. Because think about how dull it would be if we literally all liked the same stuff. And then if we get to learn to go back and forth about the things we like, we get to broaden our own storylines. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So, love and respect there. I honestly, that's what we're doing here. Is not. Much love. So lots of love to artists. Frenchie's back again, like I said. So here, Mike, back. Oh, look at this. What are they doing? Hair in the candelabra. Oh, so I just want to point out that was fun, and the fun is the point. Be right back. All right. And back to the neutral or obscure. Because there's the bus riders, right? There's the fair weather friends who aren't in these clips. And then there's the neutral or sometimes just thoughtful stuff. And Majbrit with Angelica Hale, Girl on Fire. And yeah, so the reason she would have been the first young artist to get a reaction on the channel is once I'd established myself and kind of figured out what I was doing, she just, my honey bunny, and our hearts melted. And because she's just this little dynamo and she was so awesome in the song. And yeah, and like this comment, your comment, very, very beyond her years, but pulled off in a way that was just the best. And if you've been around the channel long enough, I think there's a gray area there, unfortunately, if we're willing to talk truthfully amongst ourselves. And we'll leave it at that because we're not about getting deep here. But I do need to explain while I'm handing out the love. 2 above it there. Right after a lot of love for Miss Ankanova. Ankanova. Right above that, love, which is appreciated, and I don't mean, well, if you've been around long enough. A, you wouldn't be watching this if you're a fair weather viewer, and I got nothing but respect. And when I get to finally get to the point where I get to talk about her whole story, I'll probably bawl like a baby. That ain't no lie. But over here on this other channel, so I'm still down here 7 days ago dealing with these reactions, right? And we've got all them to go. So we're cooking along here, but to be fair, okay, I work on pronunciation and good stuff, and I'm misdirecting from the fact that I know a lot more about stuff than I lead on sometimes, because I'm not quite prepared to package it in a way and call it presentable. Right now, I'm just me. Eventually, there will be presentable reactions that give out everything they should to the artist. But the unfortunate truth is, because we're never going to start with Slayer, saying everyone's name, knowing all the details, and being able to do stats is complicated. But they're coming. To finish off this point, Sean, to right above Majbrit, and both of you, I hope you joined us, and thank you so much. And if I'm not supposed to do people like this, and I feel like I'm overstepping my bounds, you let me know. It never happen again. I don't want to, but you're in the comments for everyone to see. So I want you to know that it's real and not just some side thing you're doing. Your time meant something to me, and I want you to know that. So Sean never heard this song before, and this is why we do obscure songs always. This is worth one view. The entire reaction's worth this moment in time for me. And it's just people, Sean, willing to share his takeaway and the meaning, and like Bernard is a committed supporter and sharer of his knowledge, like a fellow wizard, or traveling minstrel is better. I don't know how well Sean is tied to the channel. So it means it's not that it has more tangible value. I respect Bernard immensely. But it has, Sean has, this comment has a little intangible value I don't know how to define, because they're rare. That shouldn't take away from volumes of good work, but we do respect the rarity of some items as well. So, thank you for making this clip. I hope you see this moment, and your time was greatly appreciated. Hi, welcome back still, right? It was just a pause, but I was been reading for a bit. I think I'm still a week out, so a week out was very busy. Week out is when the algorithm took a hit because of, we don't want to be brutally honest, but one of the reactions affects the algorithm greatly in a weird way. Comments disappear, things get changed. I'm going to point this out because Sissel fan, I don't know. This is a Creek Squad and talked about in comments number 1 clip. So I'm going to put You made comment clip number 2. But are we possibly, and I don't think so. I think there's something weird. But this isn't a bot issue either, because this is the same exact comment that we just talked about, the background stuff. Now I'm going to go back. I'll watch them because I'm going to watch these before I put them up to make sure I didn't step on anyone's toes. These should be about thank yous to everyone. But as I look here, we're also in the point where I do certain reactions and comments start disappearing. We get weird, and a lot of our friends and bus riders have experienced this. It's because we play on all parts of the globe. It just is. I've found very interesting algorithmic deals with that. But, Sissel fan, I'm just checking. You made it to number 3, but it appears to be another comment from someone else in number 1. Someone would have to check. But this is the, I like the albums, and I still have my own techniques. So, see, I am old comment. I am well seasoned. Old is subjective. And it's a word for word. So we don't know. Don't know how that works. Are they bots, mistakes, algorithmic problems? Next time on Rolling Into His Comments, we find out. All right, to be fair, this is the entire group of Deanna subscribers and fans. So much love and respect for the artist. And I appreciate that 98% of you appreciate that I try, and I appreciate what she does, and I try to be myself. I'm for the 2%. I'm sorry I don't package it in worship and praise, but we're not talking about that right now. As an artist, she gets so much love. I must acknowledge that. For real. For real. All right, we're back. A little neutrality and normal, everyday kind of comments, but still with effort. I'm not going to name names because I'm not sure if it's... So here's the thing. Sometimes we're offered lots of information and like lyrics and stuff like that. But if you watch all the way to the end of the reaction, you find out that I did it once without the subs and then another time with the subs. So then I would know what the lyrics were because I actually watched them in the reaction. And I appreciate the time and effort. For sure. That is no joke on that. I appreciate the effort, and I appreciate the effort put into anyone who does the translations on the videos. But I just wanted to acknowledge that sometimes it's in there, and sometimes it's in there, and I appreciate the effort and let you know it. But if you would have watched to the end, that's there's why it's sometimes harder to deal with happiness than the haters. The haters, you know what ground you're on. And I don't know how to deal with someone who enjoys the 4.5 minutes of the 20-minute reaction. Because the content lasts for the whole 20 minutes. Right? So that that's one of those things you deal with. Part of the reality of it all. I have some mics been put off so long that I am going to, it's angry. I think That's funny. That was so Alexander, yeah. Uh, I don't know about the text and a bit clumsy, but I'm having a problem right now because somehow I can't even. Mike, it's right on camera for you. I can't even. It won't allow me to get into this quality. Um, uh, Hold on. All right, yay, my dad. Yeah, and I can't even. So let's see if we can drop it in this one, Mike. It won't even let me see it right in front of everybody. So for some reason, I can't even comment on this one where the quality conversation is. Mike, you're in very special company. Anybody out there, I think that's fair to say, Mike has got my back almost every day on the channel, and he works and busts his ass and does other stuff. So the amount of effort he puts into supporting us here, I will never, ever be able to thank him enough. Yeah, I talked to my dad for almost an hour and a half today, my friend, and he admitted that the dog is keeping him going, and he's now trying to figure out how he's going to drive himself back down to Florida, which I hope he can. But we got to set up the stops. He thinks he's going to sleep in the van, and that's why I took him last fall, which I think you're one of the few people who were around the whole time. So, Mike, I mean, you know, man, it ain't nothing but just so you know. All right, I'm gonna get back to it. I don't know, you know what I mean. Just so you know. And to finish up my final thought on Mike, that's not some weird guy staring saying, "I love you, man." He's watching the Kalo one, the Broken Bones. I hate to put don't hate to put you on Front Street. I'm enjoying every second of it. 513, you said, "This is not an endorsement," and went straight to commercial. Ah, that happens. I love when we have those. Now, we know that they're coincidences, right? But every little one is fun and adds to the journey. So this stuff gets me giddy as a schoolgirl. Yeah, well, that's probably not appropriate anymore. Giddy as a school human. School kid. Wait, which coffee? Good, steady coffee. I don't know how to use it all yet, but man, I love the love from Indonesia. That ain't no lie. I've said that too many times. All right, we're gonna hold on. Let's get farther. Still a week in. This is amazing. So I tried to explain. It's an actual chore, but one that I adore. Because giving out my thanks is better than, skipping out the door. And just to make sure, because of the sheer volume, Bernard is making one more appearance because it's just awesome. And that is all I can say because of it's for my free time and my reading enjoyment, but and the fact that, as I was explaining, and we'll keep explaining, but will become part of our storyline, just a full-time participant. I mean, unless he says otherwise, he's a character in our story. What I get is, Bernard, my friend, I get you, your thumb, and the entire experience come together in a package that, if you don't actually fit the role you're cast as, I don't know what else to say. Is that guy. And he knows a ton of shit, and he has a lot of respect. And he's willing to carry on a conversation. Now, you want to read, you can find out exactly how deep the character development goes. The story's there. Mike and Bernard have participated so much with this tale that their character development, their story arcs, and their participation and scripting into the story have already taken place. I can't even fix that. It's a done deal. I just realized that on the spot, right? There it is. It's that easy. Um, oh, oh, Deanna is amazing. And like I said, I cannot emphasize enough how much love the woman gets. She is amazing. And then we scroll into a huge, huge party. Oh, I can't even read this party to y'all. But this party is taking place in the club for sure. They jumped right out of the lounge into the club, I think. Kobe, love and respect. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Kobe, there's not even a comment there. It's gone, but I see you, and I want to acknowledge you, and you're coming back. But you unfortunately fell right. Oh, it's right here, too. I mean, so we had a party time. There you enter party zone. We'll just yet find it and find it for yourself. You can go join those parties. You can tell. Look at the explosion of emoji talk. Oh, it's amazing, Kobe. Love. I got you and Pam coming up here in a minute. Back to Party Central in the club. Oh, I love it. I just need to. And here's the thing. So, I'm on to, even when we don't agree, because we don't all agree. That's the thing is we got a group of people. We're not robots. We don't repeat the same stuff to each other. We don't like the same things. Sometimes we tolerate each other's suggestions because we have respect for each other. Isn't that better than anything fake and artificial? In my personal opinion, yeah. But I mean, what do I know? As always, nothing. But Party Central here, and I have to explain that because I didn't get in on any of these parties, so I gotta come see them and. It makes my day. Oh, it makes my day. Oh, yeah. Yes. Love, love, and more love. So I will be back, but I just needed to jump and swim around in the love party there. That was like it was a bash at your favorite club. You knew you were invited. They wanted you to be there, and it lasted as long as you all wanted it to last. You can't beat that. That ain't no lie. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke there. Just fun. And the parties make my whole day. All right, we're 6 days ago. We are still in Party Bus Lounge Central. Kobe gets a shout out. We saw that he came back, and more than just me, we noticed. Yes, every now and then some links are bad. Or I hope the last hour has been about me making up for any of my half-assed attempts. And to let you know how much this all means for hanging out and going along with the journey. So, being we're still in that, Crusaders at the party too. So, I mean, there's 5 or 6 of us in this group already. That's a nice little gathering. And there's more. There's more. But very, very cool. Sometimes my links are half-ass, for sure. And, yeah, that's real. Kobe and Pam. Well, I hope technically love, care, do no harm, and personal responsibility are actually a subplot in almost everything we do. And I don't hope anything has ever been a call to burn it all down. Now this morning, I finally got to some more uplifting stuff, but the main goal lately has been trying to deal with reality. And now, you know the deal, especially from the outside with Ange. So we're just struggling to make ends meet. Hopefully some changes this week, but we got bumps in our own personal road, and that's a struggle. If we went to the races on, I believe we're still as balanced as we've ever been. Maybe less Nightwish and some of the, but that's coming back this week. Hopefully, I just want the both of you to know that, I appreciate your side of the journey too, and it's tough, right? Because like this morning, we definitely get to have moments, but then everybody else gets to have that moments too, and unfortunately, sometimes our moments are few and far between. So I do appreciate, especially like Kobe come back and see us when we do something he appreciates. Very cool. If the reality of our existence as we get ready to wrap this one up, and thank you for joining us, comments clip number 2. The reality of the existence is if the uplifting playlist had hits and subscribers, it would get more attention. Right now, it's just a balance like what we've been doing for the last hour. I hope I've explained where low request items actually get quality attention, and then some things that we think we all might love, they get the cold shoulder. So it's a balance, right? And hopefully I don't spend my time just yelling at everyone. Now, I'm passionate and I can be aggressive. I like to throw my back into it and win, even if it's the weirdest game I've ever played. But I hope I don't spread any ill will, except to the evil of this world. I've clarified who I think is evil, what I think is wrong, and I don't have any, I won't defend that, right? But I hope. So, Kobe, Pam, I hope there's some stuff like this morning, because I know you neither of you probably going to like the Demon Hunter there, the heavy, thrash, metalcore Christian music. But that's where that video's full of good things. It's just not everyone's cup of tea. So I accept that that's real. But I hope I'm not too angry. But we're also learning how to have a thick enough skin and not be a pushover on our own platform. Because if the comments ever become just a well of hate and anger and trolls, it wouldn't be the same experience for me. That's why I told Ange all the time, I'm not on a race because of what we've been doing for the last hour. This party, Pam, you're in the next party. That's awesome. And I know I'm all over the place. Just remember that what I would for sure do is lend my time and effort to any loved one, friend, or person in need. That even though I find the world complicated and interesting and straight up tinfoil hatty, Hattie. I missed Hattie. I love Hattie. I hope I don't ask anyone to come and jump on my bandwagon. I hope I'm just allowed in a whole lot of people's. I hope I'm just allowed at a whole bunch of people's dinner tables and that we can all hang out and talk after we're done. But that's what I really think. And I'm going to leave it at that for this one because it's pouring rain and I got to get the windows closed. But this has been Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. I am Rollen Green. These have been the, well, honestly, the most important or, oh, good, next one. She got, it's so cool. So cool. I've got to make sure I post a few. You're in the next batch of comments. So people watch. I hope you watched and I hope you got the part that went to you. If it wasn't to you, but I hope you joined us anyways. Thank you. And we'll be right back for part 3.